Hello people, and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Okay guys, I've got a post here from a guy named Cosmic and I thought I'd share this with you, and this is just me trying to be transparent with you. This is me just trying to show you that I always try and show you the good, the bad and the ugly, right? So first and foremost, I just want to make it clear this is this guy's opinion and I will give my thoughts on this, but let's see what he has to say. So he says $HBAR. Okay, HBAR brokies will be even more broke by the end of Q4 and still say buy the dip with no money. Okay, and then if you can look at the screen, you can see that he's put up a chart and he's basically giving his indicator of what he thinks the charts are telling him. Okay, so the first thing I did when I looked at this guy's post was I looked into his profile because I wanted to say, like, okay, is this like a guy who's, you know, a HBAR hater, you know, someone who's just bearish on HBAR completely, or is he just someone who just reads the charts and calls it as he sees it? So I went through his timeline for a bit. He doesn't like HBAR, and I'm not just saying that to be biased here. He really doesn't like HBAR. You've got here HBAR is coded and he's showing it again going down. Let me just try and show you some other things here because I had quite a few things that I saw that he talked about on HBAR. Q4 will be nasty for HBAR. Watching brokies buy HBAR at this local top before the big dump. So, you know, like a lot of his stuff about HBAR from what I can see has been negative basically, right? And so I'll say this. Look, I'm not here to say if he's right or wrong because I don't know, right? If you ask me my opinion, I think he's wrong. And the reason why I said it is because we can see where the market's going and the market is generally moving together. Now, don't get me wrong, it may not all correlate exactly, so it might not all correlate the same percentage amount. And there might be some where, you know, one day, you know, HBAR might be less up than others, or another day it might be more up than others. Like it can be kind of, you know, each day is different. But for the most part, they're all moving together in tandem. Like that's just the way it is. And so there's one thing that I remember Blockchain Baku said about like using these lines when they're trying to do like analysis and thesis, and he said I try and stay away from using like these lines because it usually becomes a thing where people use them to try and confirm their bias. So he tries to stay away from them because he feels like you can just put them anywhere in a way that looks to confirm whatever it is that you're thinking. And so I'm not saying that that's exactly what's going on here, but I'm saying that that's a very real possibility. And so look, for me, what I'll say with HBAR is, and this is where my confidence comes in with HBAR just generally speaking, it's not even just the fact that it's like HBAR alone, it's the whole market, right? So it's like, I'm not sitting here banking on just HBAR to suddenly explode. I'm banking on the whole crypto market to explode. So when you ask me, do I think HBAR will explode? My answer to that is, if we have an alt season, then I expect HBAR to explode. Now, don't get me wrong, not every crypto explodes in alt season. There are some that have already had their runs and they'll never, like, you know, beat their previous all-time highs. But to me, I don't think HBAR is one of them. I don't think HBAR's had its last best bull run. I mean, it's only had one bull run, so that says a lot already. And I do think that HBAR is going to be one of the cryptos that is here long term. So I most definitely think that he's going to participate in the bull run. So for me, if I believe that the bull run is going to happen, then I believe that HBAR is going to have a run. It really is that simple to me. You know, I really don't look at it any more deeper than that, to be honest with you. And so while I am open here to show you people's perspectives, because look, my thing is here, I'm trying to inform you, give you, you know, as much information as possible. So if you see this and you think, okay, I'm concerned now, then yeah, if you want to check this guy out and see what he's saying, then that's up to you. That's absolutely fine. I'm just giving you my opinion. And yeah, for me, I don't see it, you know, like I don't see it unless the whole market goes down with it. And so I'm not here to say alt season is guaranteed to happen. It's looking very good right now. It's looking very good. Like October has started to a great run already. So if this keeps up, I'm very, you know, comfortable and confident that it's gonna happen. But yeah, like we'll see. Like the market has been up and down. I get it. Like even up until this point, it's been a lot to get here. So I'm not, you know, disputing that. But I've not sold any of my HBAR, you know, and that should tell you that I do believe it's going to go higher. I haven't really sold any of my crypto portfolio yet. And that's because I do believe there's still more room to go. So that doesn't guarantee that I'm right, but I follow enough analysts And I've seen enough of the market from a previous bull run to understand that this doesn't necessarily mean we're at the top right now. Like, this doesn't indicate to me this is the end. So we'll see if that is correct or not, but that's just how I see it right now. And so for me, yeah, it's not just necessarily about me having, faith in HBAR alone. Like, I just have faith in the crypto altcoin market, right? Like, I believe that if we have an alt season, I just believe that HBAR will be one of the cryptos that participates in that, right? Now, I'm not saying every single crypto will, as I said earlier, but I do believe there will be a good amount that will. And I believe that HBAR will be one of them. So, yeah, like, to me, as I say, I'm open to hearing people's perspectives, but like, to me, this just seems very negative. And unless you're talking about the whole altcoin market crashing, unless you're talking about like, we just don't have an alt season or something along those lines, I just don't see this personally. And so we'll see how it goes. Like, if we do have an alt season and HBAR doesn't perform, then hey, let's have a conversation. Absolutely. I'd be absolutely fine to do that because I would have questions myself, right? So, I'd be here to be thinking, well, what's going on? But I don't see it being a thing where, the whole altcoin market takes off. Well, let's just say the majority or a good amount, takes off, and, a lot of cryptos have their blow off top moment and HBAR just doesn't, and the majority of the analysts I follow, they're all very bullish right now. They're all saying it's coming. And if we're looking at the way the prices have just rebounded in October so quick, it does look like that's the case. So I am hoping obviously that is the case as well. But that seems to be the thing. Now, Blockchain Backer is someone who I also follow, and he seems like he's took a bit of a bearish turn, but I do watch his videos and he's saying like he's just trying to be, in the game in case anything does go positive. Which is fair enough. Again, if that's how he feels and that's what the charts are telling him, he's just being honest. I respect that. But a lot of the other analysts that I see, they're all just positive. Like Credible Crypto being one. He's not changed his stance whatsoever. He still believes this is all positive and everything's, still going as it should. And so if that is the case, then yeah, when it happens, I believe HBAR will be right there with it. And I believe HBAR will hit new all-time highs and go into price discovery. I really do believe that. So it's an interesting take. I do feel like this person's very anti-HBAR from what I've gathered. But let's just see how it goes. I'm welcome to hearing other people's thoughts. We don't always have to agree. We can agree to disagree. But for me, yeah, we'll see how quarter 4 ends, won't we? If by quarter 4 into Q1 2026 we're in a great place, then we can see that this guy was clearly wrong. If we're not, then yeah, guess he was onto something. My money is on that HBAR will be in a good position by the end of quarter 4. Now, we'll see if it's a thing where quarter 4 it's had a whole blow off top or not. Time will tell on that. From what I follow analysts, they say that should have happened by then, but we'll see. So, just thought I'd share this with you because, as I say, I'm not someone who will just be closed-minded and only hear positive and only report positive things. I like to show you differences of opinion, but I've also showed you why, personally, for me, I'm not really going with this, and that's me. Like, I'm not saying that you guys have to do the same. You might believe otherwise. That's your choice, but I'm telling you the reasons why I'm not really buying it, and we'll see what happens. Time will tell, right? But very interesting to hear and very interesting to see how this does pan out. Thank you very much for watching this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit that bell. Take care.